Hello and welcome back to How About That Crypto, your home for crypto Web3 news and updates with your host, Bitcoin Stylist. And guess what? Sam Bankman-Fried has been arrested. I'm going to just dive right into this story. I had a bunch of other stuff. I was actually supposed to do it last night, and I couldn't get to it. So I'm kind of glad I didn't because this is news, kind of negates some of the stuff that I was going to report on yesterday. So it kind of all is working out. So let's go in. I'm going to share my screen and we're just going to get some of the facts here so we can be informed on what exactly is going on. All right. Remember, this is not financial advice. You can use the links below to do your own research. I'm just reporting the news and giving you my opinions and curating and editorializing, etc. All right. So, according to the Wall Street Journal, Bankman-Fried is charged with fraud by the SEC. So, something that I just want to get started off here real quick, and I'm right now, if you're listening on podcasts, I'm gonna look up SEC. Can the SEC file criminal charges? Because I thought that they couldn't. So SEC can charge individuals and entities for violating the federal securities laws and seek remedies such as monetary penalties, disgorgement of ill-gotten gains, injunctions, and restrictions on an individual's ability to work in the securities industry or to serve as an officer or director of a public company. But the SEC cannot put people in jail. So the extradition treaty that we have with the Bahamas says that the only way they'll extradite is if a person is going to go to jail for a year based on the crime that they're alleged to have committed. Okay, so that's important because this thing by the Wall Street Journal, I had to dig a little bit, and I'll show you in a second, but it doesn't really, I feel like it kind of is a little misleading. But anyway, I'm going to read it for you, and then I'll explain. FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried diverted customer funds from the start of his crypto exchange to support his hedge fund, Alameda Research, and to make venture investments, real estate purchases, and political donations, the Securities and Exchange Commission's alleged in a lawsuit filed Tuesday. A lawsuit. Okay, so you can't extradite for a lawsuit. He doesn't have to come here. They have it's not within, well, I mean, I guess the Bahamas can do whatever they want, maybe, but Bahamians have rights, and their rights say that they won't be extradited unless it's for an alleged crime that has a 1 year or more sentence. So there's no way they're going to arrest him. So the Bahamian police or the Bahamian authorities arrested Sam Bankman-Fried in anticipation of charges by the U.S. And those charges would have to be violation of the law on a criminal level that will land you in jail for a year or more. Okay, I won't say that again because I think I said it 3 times. All right. So who's charging him with rules, and why is the Bahamian authorities arresting him? So let's read here. So it says that he diverted customer funds to do all these other things, which we've already been talking about. And it says it's a lawsuit, which means that's not criminal charges. So there's no reason for an extradition, no reason for an arrest. Sam Bankman-Fried built a house of cards on a foundation of deception while telling investors that it was one of the safest buildings in crypto, said SEC Chair Gary Gensler in a statement. So funny. All right, Bankman-Fried was arrested on Mondays. The arrest, here we go. This is the information you want to hear. The arrest was made based on a sealed indictment filed by the U.S. Attorney's Office, Southern District of New York. The U.S. Attorney said the charges in the indictment include wire fraud conspiracy, securities fraud conspiracy, and money laundering. Boom. It's the Southern District of New York, the U.S. Attorney, which means they are filing criminal charges. All right. And it continues on. The SEC lawsuit and the arrest are the latest bombshells in a case that has transfixed Wall Street and Washington. FTX, one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world, filed for bankruptcy last month, which we already know. Okay, so I mean that's the main news is he's been arrested. There are sealed file. It says It doesn't say who told him this, but I guess the Southern District of New York told the Wall Street Journal or the press and the public this about this wire fraud conspiracy, securities fraud conspiracy, and money laundering. So it looks like Sam's in for a lot. So we have more explanations from the SEC. Most things we've known. Sam Bankman-Fried's build a house of cards. He continually diverted FTX customer funds to his trading from Alameda from the start. Alameda had privileged status on FTX. From its inception, FTX had poor controls and risk management procedures. Bankman-Fried also used commingled funds from Alameda to make large political donations. All right, so these are things that we already know. And if you've been listening to the channel, it says what's next for the FTX congressional hearing. So he was supposed to appear at a hearing today. And if we go down here, you got Maxine Waters. She's heads up the chairwoman of the House Financial Services Committee. He was supposed to testify, and she's like, this is denying people the right to hear from Sam. They've been working really hard to get him in, but it is what it is. And John J. Ray III, which is the new CEO of FTX, he's still going to appear today, so we'll hear from him. I wonder what it's going to be like now that this man's been arrested in Bahamas. So there's another here we go. Here's another article in New York Times, and I was just kind of looking for more information, but it doesn't really give you any other information. I mean, that's really all the information we know. There's no extradition. He has just been arrested. So that's the news. I have some more stuff for you, but I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I'll give you a report later tonight or tomorrow morning on an update. I had a bunch of articles here. Some of this was about, what's happening. The DOJ is investigating FTX. And I had that that there's all this other stuff that's, I don't know how important it is now that he's been arrested. But there is some updates in the industry that have nothing to do with FTX, and I really want to make sure that we don't forget about that stuff. So stay tuned. I'll tell you more. If you want to break from the FTX stuff, you want to know what's happening in crypto, there's a lot of good news, a lot of positive stuff, a lot of development, some scary stuff with the CBDCs and the digital IDs, but it's all stuff that you need to know. So don't get so wrapped up in this whole scandal that you forget to pay attention to the fact that crypto is continuing to move forward. Now, some of these movements forward could be into regulation or dystopian technology that provides the government with way too much ability to surveil its citizens. However, the move towards digital currency and digital assets is real. And so let's not lose sight of that because of this big scandal. But the scandal's so juicy, and I know you want to know about it, and I do too. All right. Well, until next time, I'll see you all later, and have a good day. I'll keep you up to date on the news, and I'll see you soon. All right, huddle on.